Helmut Marko, the man behind VCARB app RB, formerly known as AlphaTauri and Toro Rosso, has dropped a bombshell. He's saying Daniel Ricciardo could have snagged second place on the testing track if not for some pesky hurdles. This isn't just your average team update, it's a game changer. With Red Bull Racing's backing and a fresh identity, VCARB is making waves in the 2024 Formula One season. But could Ricciardo really have been that close to Verstappen's pace? It's a bold claim, but Marko seems convinced. So let's dive into this video to learn more about Helmut Marko's shocking revelation. Helmut Marko, a key figure in Red Bull's motorsport team, expressed his confidence in Daniel Ricciardo's performance during pre-season testing for VCARB, formerly AlphaTauri and Toro Rosso. The team, now rebranded as VCARB RB, VCRB, has embarked on the 2024 season with a fresh partnership with Red Bull Racing and a renewed identity. Moreover, VCARB's emergence in the 2024 Formula One season marks a significant shift, underscored by a strategic collaboration with Red Bull Racing and a revamped brand image. Marko's endorsement underscores the team's determination to excel. During the initial day of pre-season testing in Bahrain, Ricciardo demonstrated impressive speed, securing the fourth fastest lap time behind Verstappen, Norris, and Sainz. However, it's essential to recognize that testing lap times may not fully reflect race conditions due to different team setups and strategies. Moreover, Ricciardo adopted a cautious approach amidst testing, indicating an untapped potential within him and the team. Marko believes Ricciardo's capability was obscured by track congestion. He expressed optimism, saying, "If Ricciardo had not been hampered by Pierre Gasly yesterday, he would have set the second fastest lap." Despite being over 1.2 seconds behind Verstappen, Ricciardo's proximity to other drivers was notable. He trailed Sainz by only 0.015 seconds and was slightly more than a tenth behind Norris in second place. This suggests that Ricciardo and VCARB are capable of competitive performances, pending clearer tracks and optimal conditions. Marko's assessment hints at the team's potential to challenge the frontrunners with Ricciardo's skill behind the wheel, offering a promising outlook for VCARB RB in the upcoming Formula One season. Ricciardo about VCARB. Helmut Marko plays a crucial role in deciding Daniel Ricciardo's fate at Red Bull Racing. Despite no explicit targets, Ricciardo believes he understands what's expected. Ricciardo stated, "I know what the target is and what's required." Reflecting on his performance in Mexico, Ricciardo noted Marko's satisfaction with a smile, indicating his approval. He remarked, "If I make him smile, I know I'm doing my job." He also emphasizes the importance of meeting Marko's expectations, making it his top priority. Regarding his current team, VCARB, Ricciardo expresses contentment. He stated, "I'm happy to be back at this place now where I feel like I've still got it." Despite his happiness, Ricciardo remains motivated to prove himself further. He believes there's more to achieve and is determined to excel. His satisfaction with his performance and drive to succeed highlight his commitment to VCARB and his personal growth as a driver. No teammate can hold a candle to Max Verstappen. Verstappen is getting ready to try to win his fourth world championship in a row. But for Sergio Perez, it's a big year too. He needs to prove himself because his contract won't protect him anymore after 2023. If he wants to keep racing for Red Bull after 2024, he has to do well this season. Otherwise, he might lose his spot to Ricciardo or Tsunoda from Red Bull's other team, now called VCARB RB, for F1 2024. But being Verstappen's teammate isn't easy. Like Gasly and Albon before him, Perez hasn't been able to compete with Verstappen. From Red Bull, Marko says it's like an ejector seat because no one can match Max's skill. It can be really discouraging. Marko told Kleine Zeitung, "The second seat next to Verstappen is highly wanted, but it's also tough. No one can keep up with Max, and that can make you feel really down." In Red Bull's eyes, both Ricciardo and Tsunoda are eyeing more than just staying in Formula One. They want to move up to Red Bull Racing. "The one who shines brighter within their team might get the chance," said Marko. But it's not just between Ricciardo and Tsunoda. Perez is still in the running too. Marko emphasized. Perez talks about focusing on winning the championship in 2024, but Marko isn't so sure about that. However, if Perez can keep second place in the Drivers' Championship and win a few races like he did last year, he might have a shot at keeping his seat. Checo needs to perform well consistently, Marko stressed. It's obvious that Perez can't always match Verstappen's performance, but if he can secure second place in the World Championship and win a race or two, Red Bull might consider him for 2025, Marko explained. Moreover, Red Bull has to consider their junior driver, Liam Lawson, for their 2025 lineup. Lawson had shown great potential, especially when he filled in for the injured Ricciardo, so he's definitely a contender for a spot on the grid in 2025. Final ultimatum by Marko. Dr. Helmut Marko has set a condition for Daniel Ricciardo to secure a permanent seat at Red Bull for the 2025 season, and it involves his teammate Yuki Tsunoda. Ricciardo became Red Bull's reserve driver after leaving McLaren early on mutual grounds. During the 2023 F1 season, he was given a permanent seat at VCARB RB, then AlphaTauri, after Nick de Vries was dropped mid-season. Although Ricciardo will race with the team in 2024, there's a chance he's eyeing a move to Red Bull. This is because Sergio Perez doesn't currently have a contract beyond this season. Speaking about Daniel Ricciardo's potential seat at Red Bull for 2025, Helmut Marko made it clear that Ricciardo needs to demonstrate his dominance over his current teammate, Yuki Tsunoda. Marko stated via Motorsport Total, "Ricciardo has to show that he has Tsunoda clearly under control. Then he might be a candidate." Although Ricciardo boasts more experience than Tsunoda, Tsunoda had 11 more points at the end of the 2023 season. This was partly because Ricciardo joined the team later in the season and missed 4 race weekends due to injury sustained during the Dutch GP. Ricciardo managed to complete only 7 of the 22 races last season, scoring a total of 6 points, with his best finish being 7th place in Mexico. Bond of Ricciardo and Marko. During the Austrian Grand Prix weekend, Daniel Ricciardo was asked if he faced criticism from Helmut Marko for leaving Red Bull. Ricciardo humorously replied, "Helmut gave me a lot of shit over the years, so I didn't need to sit down. After I left, there was no need for that anymore." Ricciardo mentioned that, although he has fewer interactions with Marko now, their relationship remains honest and true to Marko's character. Despite leaving Red Bull, Ricciardo maintains his respect and admiration for Marko. He emphasized that there's no "I told you so" attitude from Marko, acknowledging that such dynamics are part of the sport and they'll continue forward. Reflecting on Ricciardo's tenure at Red Bull in a recent interview with Red Bulletin, Marko highlighted Ricciardo's early success, outperforming Sebastian Vettel in their first year together. However, Marko noted a shift when Max Verstappen joined the team, suggesting Ricciardo distanced himself from the competition rather than embracing the challenge. He expressed regret over Ricciardo's departure, praising his talent but pointing out a lack of consistent performance compared to Verstappen. Daniel Ricciardo reveals RB's target for the 2024 F1 season. VCARB RB made a significant leap in performance towards the end of the 2023 season, securing an 8th-place finish in the standings. This improvement sets high expectations for the team heading into 2024, with hopes of challenging the top teams. However, according to Daniel Ricciardo, this aspiration remains more of a wish than a certainty. When asked if the team's car could compete with the top teams, Ricciardo admitted that their current focus is on targeting the midfield. He stated, "I'd like to say yes, but the truth is, we're certainly trying to build something right now," as reported by Racing News 65. This year is crucial for the team as they aim to establish themselves independently and compete towards the front of the midfield, Ricciardo emphasized. He expressed optimism about the team's development throughout the season, expecting them to make strides and narrow the gap to the leading teams. "While wins and podiums might be more of a wish than a reality for now, I believe we'll progress as the season unfolds, edging closer to the front," Ricciardo added, acknowledging the gradual nature of their improvement. 2024 marks Ricciardo's return to a full-length F1 season since leaving McLaren. As Visa Cash App RB undergoes rebranding, the spotlight is on the new identity and the enhanced collaboration with Red Bull. This synergy reflects a strategic move to strengthen the team's competitiveness in the fiercely contested midfield battles of Formula One. So, what do you think of the bold claim by Helmut Marko on Ricciardo? Comment below and subscribe for more.